Hey, hey. Doing some last minute changes here. Get that out of the way. Let me get my ears on here. Alright. Gonna hang out here for a little bit longer. Give anybody a chance that wants to join in. Give the interesting title screen music a chance to start again. Hey, welcome. Well, thanks for checking out Geek Trunk Gaming. I am PapaWolf, one half of Geek Trunk Gaming. And tonight we are playing Fortnite. Kidding. We're going to be playing something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I'm going to explain a little bit as to why before we get started. Disclosure, I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons fan. I have been since high school. Um, I was playing it way back in 1900, and since then I've played a lot of different versions. But it was back in high school that I first read a story, um, first of many stories that really began my love affair with D&D. And to start with, the very first one I read, this is my copy, my first edition of the Crystal Shard. You can see how banged up this thing is. Well loved, well read. But the purpose behind this. No, that's when I start getting sponsorships. Squall. Um, no, this well loved, well read copy. See, this was published in 1989 or 88, I believe. Yeah, 1988. Um, Very near and dear to my heart. Read this many, many times, as you can tell. Um, and the significance to that is this book, The Crystal Shard, is the precursor to the events of this game. They took some liberties between this first game, between the first book, The Crystal Shard, and the second book in the series, Streams of Silver. This sort of takes place in between the two. A stylized retelling of what happens between the two. So, you see these first editions. I've got got the entire trilogy here. How beat up that thing is too. Yeah. So, needless to say, the Forgotten Realms and the Companions of the Hall, as they are in this game, are very near and dear to my heart in terms of roleplay, Dungeons and Dragons, fantasy, and the chance to be able to play these characters in a video game is a thrill, a real thrill. I mean, yeah, there's been other games for them, but this is the first time that a game has specifically been designed for them. So, can't wait. I have rambled on enough here. Let's get started here. Yeah, this just came out Tuesday. I want to say it dropped Tuesday. Yeah. And full disclosure, I goofed off and played a little bit of it on PC, or on console. And after some adjustments, I learned the best way to handle it. I feel confident to play it here on PC. Here's hoping the rig can handle it. So, I've already done the options adjustments that I think are necessary. I've lowered the in-game volume, so hopefully it's not gonna blow you out. Can you? Children of the Forgotten Realms, Drist. When I was a teenager in my early 20s, absolutely loved elves, and you know, dark elves I thought were just really cool by proxy. So there's this guy here, and his ultimate attack ability is to summon Guinevere, his mystical magical panther. But we're not going to play as Drist, nor are we going to play as Canterbury, the archer of the group. Nor are we going to play as Wolfgar, the human barbarian, and who's actually, in spite of all the characters being introduced in the Crystal Shard, Wolfgar is considered to be the true hero of that story, and Drist is just a supporting character. But his popularity afterwards just took off, and he became the main leading character. But I'm eventually going to give these guys a try first. But anybody who knows me nowadays, what I've got to play, and the character I do have to play as, Bruenor Battlehammer. Yes. Dwarf Rage. He's going to be the tank of the group. And since I'm going to be playing solo, I figured the survivability would be great. See, first of all, these attributes in terms of D&D are absolutely disgustingly terrible. I would not let anybody at my table play with stats this bad. But thankfully it pans out a little bit differently here in the game. Yeah. I'll put it this way, 10 is an average person. A stat for an average person. And yeah, no. Thing about dwarves and about Bruenor himself, he was known for his ability to take punishment. So it makes sense that he's the kind of tanky character. But even if he wasn't, he's a dwarf, so I'm picking him. Let's let this load up. And yeah, I do plan on doing this solo. As I get more comfortable with the game and as things progress, I'll probably hop online and have others join me. Or if other people get their hands on the game and can reach out to me through the various methods that they can, we'll set up being able to play together. That might be some fun. So.
Bruenor Battlehammer. Welcome, King. Kartik Stoneroller at your service. Your best friend Regis has told me all about you.
Has he? And where is Rumblebelly? We could use his help out here.
He said something about a parade in his honor, but no matter. That's why I'm here. He asked me to help out, keeping you supplied and whatnot.
Interesting merchant there. He looks like he's a deep gnome, and they have a name in D&D, and I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce it, but it would sound like I was coughing and sneezing at the same time if I tried to say it.
Should I take this for myself? No. I can't buy for my own supply.
Alright, so this is our hub area that we go to between missions. Here we have a merchant. We'll be able to buy some gear from him, but I'll mainly upgrade our gear. the tome. We're going to look through that later. This is after every level that you complete. You don't get to equip your items right away when you get them.
Here's the fourth one.
You
Nobody
loot
panic.
them,
It's fine.
and you have to wait until you complete the level, and then come back to the hub, where they're waiting for you in here. And in this area is where you can upgrade your armor, weapons, and things like that. And over here you can view some trophies,
Tell me something? I'll be right over here.
where we can practice our fighting. See what our stuff is. And here are the tents. I think, yeah, there's 4 of them, one for each of the characters. I'm going to try to play match the tent here real quick. Okay, it's a unicorn. And it's all leafy. It's got to be Driss's tent, because he's a follower of Miliki, I believe is how her name is pronounced. But her avatar is a unicorn. This is Wolfgar, the barbarian. That's his tent. Gotta be. This is Catabri's tent. And that's Bruenor's. His clan symbol being a foaming mug,
That's alright.
as you can see. And up here we got a statue of Tempus, god of battle, personal deity of Wolfgar. Over here is our map. This is where we choose our... sorry, I thought I saw something I could pick up. This is where we choose our missions. Now, I'm going to go and start over here.
The united peoples of Icewind Dale had defeated Kessel's armies and destroyed his crystal tower. But the dwarven warriors of Clan Battlehammer returned home to find their halls overrun, their people fleeing the valley. We rushed to their aid, fighting our way through the goblins in Verbeeg to find the goblin commander and put an end to this siege.
The united people of Icewind Dale defeated Kessel's armies. Kessel was one of the main enemies in this book. The opening cinematic, which it doesn't really give you an opportunity to try to catch and stream on here. It's really annoying. It goes right into it as soon as it starts up. But it explains all of that, what's going on, basically.
The united peoples of Icewind
All right,
Dale
Driss, we got it.
defeated Kessel's armies.
Thanks, bro.
Regis said he'd let me come with him on his next adventure. For real?
But, yeah, after this guy, Kessel, found this item called Krishinabon, the crystal shard, which gave him unimaginable power. He was defeated by the people of 10 Towns, and Driss and Regis. Believe it or not, Regis is a tiny halfling who's not a fighter at all, but
Dale's going to hell, if you ask me. Get me back underground any day.
right on. He was conspicuous by his absence. I'm pretty sure he's going to show up in a DLC or something. But we'll stand on here and begin our mission. Beginning level are the gates of Bruenor's clan, his home up in Icewind Dale, the far northern reaches of the Sword Coast, which is in the Forgotten Realms. I love that loading screen down there. It's Guinevere running. Looks like the remnants of Kessel's forces.
These are our lands now! Tear down their statue! Tear it down! Tear it down!
Icing Death was a dragon that Wolfgar and Drist, together, with the aid of a giant icicle, killed in the Crystal Shard book. So that's what the goblin meant by, but Icing Death is dead. But apparently he had a mate that was sleeping. So here we are, going to try to reclaim these halls from the goblins and the Verbeeg.
Mithril Hall was my father's and my grandfather's. But this valley is mine. And I'll be dead before I see my people turned to a clan of refugees again.
Alright, Bruenor, let's see what we can do. Okay, this is an optional goal for the level. Try to collect these dwarven mugs. Let's get some materials here. You see little clusters like this. Smash it, and you get crystals. You use crystals to upgrade your gear. And collect the gold. And these things are all spread out. Oh, see, that's not nice. Welcome to the chat, the other half to Geek Trump Gaming there. Alright. A big part of this is exploration. So what we're going to do is look for loot and everything. See, these guys are frozen. Go ahead and warn you, if I step on any of the shards that are up there like that, it will hurt a lot. You will take a lot of damage. So if you come over here, stand near a fire, and get warmed up. You come over here and loot the chest. Alright. And all characters, I believe, have a ranged attack. They were dead anyway. Alright, let's keep exploring off the beaten path here. There we go. Get some warmth. Whoop, just made it. Get back before that runs out. Whoa. Almost fell to my doom there. There we go. Get warmed up again. And get the chest. And we've got a first bit of loot. Oh, see? I didn't get out in time. It means I've been slowed down. Let that fade before I try to advance. Oh, more rocks. More ore. And some crystals. There we go. Dwarf got ups. I'll say this. Some of the character details aren't that great, but no. To my knowledge, no dwarf tossing in this game. Huh. You can see the effects of Icewind's attack and the goblin occupation. Not cool. Not cool. Did I miss some loot back there? I did. Haha. And yeah, the goblins up ahead eavesdropping on talking about how the dwarves sabotaged their halls. which is true. Collapsing bridges, tunnels, glyphs that explode if you try to walk near them. We're going to encounter them too. But here we go. First, let's start the fight.
The war was a disaster, but look at us now.
Goblins, here we go. Goblins, my axe wants a word.
Whenever you clear certain areas out, you can execute an item from the from 5th edition called a short rest. You can see the difference there. You get a checkpoint there. Any consumables that you have refill, but you lose out on a loot bonus. I'm not going to take a short rest here. I'm going to try to get a bonus loot at the end of the level. So we're just going to power through. See, we didn't get hurt that badly, so we should be fine to carry on. Always search the side paths for loot. Smash all the smashables, because this wouldn't be a role-playing game if you didn't have barrels to smash. An action RPG, for that matter. Here's a book. And these are all things that will unlock lore and things like that in the menus. It's like a bag there. More gold. So, okay, the objective is destroy the supply camp's ballista. Well, there's the ballista right there. Just render it inert. Done. Oh, and look here. Another mug. Kind of messed up, all these dwarves on pikes.
These goblins and Verbeeg need to be dealt with, and this siege ended before I can ever hope to reclaim my homes.
I don't know what's up with the sliding, but... always look for secrets. Alright, so far I've looted a helmet and a ring. We'll have to take a look at those when we get back to the cairn. Moving on. Okay. Not nice. But we're going to deal with them in a minute. Alright, still trying to get used to the range on this thing. Sneak attack. more gold. So now I can sneak up behind these guys. Alright, and on the advice of Nefcat, I'm going to try to round some of them up before I hit that exploding barrel. See how many I can get in the blast.
By the axes of Clangaden!
They got one.
Sending out your best, are you?
It's embarrassing. Holding down block, but there we go. Getting the timing down now. Alright. Chest is clear. Crystals and loot, crystals and loot. Got a shield.
Goblins, here we go.
Oh. Big bad spot on the ground. Hey. Coming into my house. Okay. Our objective says we go this way, but what are we gonna do, kids? Explore! Okay. Anything around here? Nope. The next guess was explore. What was the first guess? Well, that's when I complete the level and find out what kind of budget I have to work with. Then we'll do the decorating. Got to get all the goblin stink out of here. Excuse me. All right. Thoughtfully placed all these burning swords here for me to warm up on. Huh. Okay, and that brought us right back to where we were. It's where we came down to the first group of goblins and then just a big circle. But it was worth it for the loot, I think.
Blood and thunder, did you see that dragon bite? That massive white thing that flew through the valley and nearly froze half of us stiff? No, I must have missed it.
It's a good thing you gobboys are shifty, or she'd snap ya right.
It just stands next to a snack at the end of the
You're a showstopper.
the dwarf holes and root them out.
Hmm. There's this other ballista I gotta take out.
These Durgar are gonna be a problem. You know it.
Durgar. Oh man.
It's a Battlehammer!
Wrong. It's the Battlehammer. Okay. Oh. I guess I knocked the goblin back into the ballista and destroyed it. Now this is what's known as a furbeeg. Kind of like a lesser giant. Alright, I'm being stupid. I'm being reckless here. Well, I thought I got clear. Ow. Circle strafe. Any archers? No. But these guys are armored.
Almost down for the count.
No potatoes. I don't know what you're talking about here. They don't exist here. Alright, I'm pretty banged up, but I'm not going to take the short rest. Gonna power through. All about the loot. A tablet. Yeah, I'm pretty hurt, but I've got 3 health potions that can be refilled on certain certain treasure chests. Oh boy. Okay. Down there, Mog Thump the Sticker. You can see he's a optional. Yeah.
These guys will come in handy come supper time.
He's an optional thing, but we're gonna go for it.
This dwarf before we run out.
Oh, it's most certainly a trap.
It's gonna test the siege right well.
But
These guys will come in handy.
The Battlehammer! To Mathoan's shield!
whoa, big guy. Okay. Laid in some of my best hits and we barely phased him. Ew, gross. He's got burning resistance. No potatoes here. Kind of take that talk elsewhere. This is a dwarf. A real short-statured warrior. See? Your taco potatoes distracted me. See if I can get him to jump here. See if I can get him to jump. I'm fine. No, roll the other way.
Come here, dwarf.
Ow.
Come and taste my axe. I can still smell you from here, dwarf. Going trolling.
It's hard to maneuver.
Never thought twice about stopping you.
It's nasty. I apologize for that. You're making me do this the hard way. Boom. Epic shoes. Well, yeah, you tag somebody there hard enough is bound to happen, right? Alright. Lots of frozen guys here. Now, the problem is there's no fire nearby that I can see. So... good distance on that. So that cold damage will wreck me. There's fire over there. So let's continue on this way and see if we can find a way around. Well, I can climb up over on here, but I can't touch that, the white spikes on the ground, because if I do, it's bad. You take a lot of damage.
Goblins! My axe wants a word!
Oh, that was an exploding rune trap. Let me see. That'd be kind of awesome if I could fly out of sheer determination to defy the DM. Oh, I got a potion refill. More loot, more loot, more loot. Ooh. Those wooden bundles on the ground, those are trapdoors, so... Bad guys are gonna... Yep, there we go. Yep.
Take this one seriously.
To be fair, I never really stopped killing goblins.
My Moradin's hammer! Time to do what needs doing!
Oh, yes. Okay, that little drop will refill the, we'll refill the thing down at the bottom. Ah! Runes. Okay. You can see over there, that's one block right there. It's like a door, and that one is missing. It's an oversimplification, but still accurate, yes. Alright. There we go. Just trying to get these things done. Detonate. Come on. It's all in the timing. You gotta get close enough so that they'll fully trigger. Why are they not detonating? There we go. I guess you gotta wait for that crackle. Is that all of them? Okay, free reign. It's gonna warm back up again. Dwarven runestone. Yeah, got a health potion refill for that. Alright, so now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, down there was where we fought the giant Verbeeg. That was the bad guy. Then I had to wail on his yam bag to the point where he would yarf up his dinner. Okay, secret room. Money. A lot of spare ore. Crystals. Big glowy, shadowy, or statuey thingy. Now this guy, if you collect from it, you get an attribute point that you can add to your character back at camp. But doing so summon 3 bad guys. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know what the problem is. But I don't deal with that float and fly stabby stuff. And yes, Furbies are evil, no question. Actually, Nefcat, the other half of Geek Trunk, can tell you some pretty interesting stories about a Furby. Oh boy. Uh-huh, that's what I thought. This was the other side of where we fought. The Verbeeg. Right over there. We found the other side of it. So it did loop around. Loot, loot. Over here before it runs out again. Alright. Full circle. Lots of bad guys. Alright, try to take care of those archers first. You like that? Dodge that without even looking.
My Moradin's hammer!
Gems, gems, gems. Alright, big guy, what you got? Just gonna throw shields at him until he drops. That looks like a trap he threw. No. Ow, I'm fine.
Rapid some meat. Yes, goblins! My axe wants a word!
Alright. Right on. Don't want those blowing up in my face. Okay. Just as I was about to brag on myself and say, hey, I'm getting pretty good at combat with those things. These guys roll up here and house me.
The siege won't end until those goblin siege weapons are destroyed.
Must press on. One thing I say I can appreciate, the levels are really big, because this is still just the first level. And that's another short rest. We will not be taking it. Power through for better loot. More traps trying to spring them. Hey, wait, was there anything to pick up over here? Boo. Okay. It's a long way down.
That's what you said yesterday and the day before that. Yeah, well, sooner or later it's
Time to do what needs doing. Sending out your best, are you?
Yeah, if you can get a block. Yeah, I do too. To me, it adds a lot to it. It adds a lot to the game. It fills you in on, you know, what's going on in the world, what their thoughts are on it. Could even warn you about what's going on up ahead. You?
Dumathoan's shield.
Dumathoan's one of the dwarven gods. Aha! Explore secrets. Getting quite a bit of loot here. This is good. Okay, yeah, that got destroyed. Okay. We'll move on to the hall overlook. Nope. Nope, just a long way down there.
Dumathoan's shield.
Yeah, we get it, Bruenor. These things aren't nearly as bad as I thought. Ring. So you don't even need to go over there. But I hear those things. Okay, so I need... Oh, wait. Up there. Okay. Dwarf toss or dwarf jump.
Umathoan's shield.
Yeah, we get it. Might need to get a new battle call there. If Bruenor does a double jump, I'm out of here. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. Now Drist, I'm sure that guy could come up with a way to do a double jump. I think they're talking about a trap up ahead. So when Bruenor here calls out to Dumathone, you hear, "I'm a firing my laser."
I thought losing the war was a disaster, but look at us now. Them Bruenor are sneaky dwarves.
This is not gonna... I think those are spellcasters.
We run out of work. For the clan! Now you take this one seriously. Why you squirming, dwarf?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Lining up.
Well, that didn't work out at all like I was hoping. Oh. Hit him in the ding-dong again. Made him yarf.
Come on over here, dwarf. Shoot some.
I appear to be stuck to the floor. There we go.
Hey, dwarf. Come on over here.
I'm fine.
Get on that.
I'm fine. No rest. See if I can parry this guy. Yeah, you can lock on. It's just really clunky when it's the really, really big guys. You guys are my good luck charms. No, this Verbeeger. No joke. No short rest. We must boost the loot. And And what are we going to do? We're not going to interior decorate. We're going to search for loot. That's right. I don't think the companions in the hall would ever really bank too much on Bruenor's ability to jump, but apparently dude's got hops. Got hops for an old dwarf. I say that as I plummet to my doom. Right. That didn't happen, by the way. Just ignore that. We'll edit that in post, right? Right. My daughter agrees. We'll edit that in post. Doing it live. True enough. Alright. There we go. Okay. Looks like there are runes up there. And runes on the floor. Okay, that lit up. That one. Where's the fourth one? Probably some over here and all this ice and what have you. There it is. And that will have unlocked whatever is back there. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Yeah, that slowed me down a little bit. And did some damage. Wow. Did way more damage than I was expecting. That's it for that. We'll get back over here. Run for it. Okay. Nothing special then. Indeed.
Kessel was a curious choice for a business. For the clan! Sending out your best, are you?
You must be best with the curiously impressive headgear. Ignore the pain. Go. Whew. That was kind of like a lampshade. Yeah, I felt like I was holding my breath almost that entire encounter. Now overlooking the ballista. Alright, we'll come back to that. First we'll loot. See, it looks like these cultists aren't working with the goblins and the Verbeeg. Looks like they're competing. Interesting. It's like they have their own plans for the shard. Yes, out of habit, I'm trying to double tap the... Yeah, Nefket, that was a Vittoriano's deal, right? The Goblin Lampshades.
Some dwarven magic's keeping it shut. I knew those blowjobs were full of shit. Well, they are shit now. Have you got eaten by the league? Yeah. Not the way I want to go. I thought losing the war was a disaster, but look at us now.
Alright, they're kind of spread out here. Looks like...
Just got rid of the dwarves and the Tuque. Too soon.
that guy right there.
That's not good of him.
You goblin fools!
And take him out quick.
Away from me.
Got something to say? Say it again. Alright now, come on. Dang, where'd he go? Well said. Okay.
That's the last of the siege engines. Now for the goblin captain.
Alright. So go up there to the captain. But first we will explore. Oh, that one got me. Ow. Okay. 7 out of 8 mugs, alright. Did I miss one? Alright, I'm gonna take a health potion now. Because this one might have another one in there. It did not. What the hell, loot? We are not quite winning yet. I feel like I'm missing a mug somewhere. I feel like it's close. Really close. I could be way off. I could have missed it somewhere else, but... Drizzt. Drizzt is back at camp or something. I don't know. Drizzt is not here. That elf's off doing elf things. We're here for dwarven warfare.